We love Batgirl.
Thank you.
Always love Batgirl.
We're coming back and starting at the other end.
So the good thing about this, compared to the graphic novel, Barbara's part was expanded.
I think Barbara's the star of the show.
Yeah.
I think when I was watching it, I watched it on Monday of this week, and I'm like, I am the star of this movie. But yeah, she has an integral part, and the way they weaved in the extra story is so seamless. It just seems like it was always part of the original comic. It's really, really well written and animated, and all the people acting in it are so wonderful. There's so many moments where you're like, wow, that's so good. There's just really a lot of great, great moments in animation history in this one film.
Were you familiar with the story before shooting the movie?
I wasn't, and part of me is happy because there are some shocking moments, so I sort of felt them organically as an actress while going through them with Batgirl. And I don't know if I knew that before, may have sort of tainted how organic those moments were. In retrospect now, I wish I had, but I when I was really little, I loved Batgirl. I collected Batgirl comics and toys and all kinds of stuff, and then I took a little break, probably the Killing Joke break. But yeah, for me it worked because it was just as shocking as if it was happening to be on camera or whatever, just visualizing all these moments that were happening.
And is the father-daughter relationship pretty key in this too with Gordon?
Definitely very key. I think the emotional elements of relationships in this movie are heightened beyond anything we've seen before in any Batman incarnation.
I know you voiced Harley Quinn and you're doing Batgirl. Is there a different mindset from Harley Quinn?
There better be.
A little batshit crazy, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Between the Killing Joke Batgirl, who's seen as this fragile kid that we want time to protect.
Yeah, I mean, she's not that fragile in the Killing Joke, but there's certainly some vulnerable moments for her. Playing Harley is so the opposite end of the coin. I mean, and I feel very blessed to have been able to play both characters, because Batgirl is pretty much the only thing I do that's my own voice, and then Harley is so not my own voice, which is great, because then I'd have no friends if I talk like that all the time. But she's so crazy that I always say, like, I get all my frustrations out doing Harley. If you have a bad day, it's like funny, sometimes when you're doing a video game, you sort of dread those sessions because it's just you for 4 hours doing, 1,000 death sounds. You're like, oh, really? But anytime it's Harley, I'm like, okay, let's go. She's just so much fun, and she's so crazy, and I think the freedom to explore all these different levels with her is so much fun. So it's just like two completely opposite ends of the scale of, characters are just so different.
Do you find when you voice one and then do the other, or vice versa, it helps you to kind of see where that character is? Like, do you see Batgirl better because I'm doing Harley in the reverse?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Maybe in some way, yeah. I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, because when I was younger doing Batgirl alongside Hamill and Conroy, and the amazing Miss Sorkin was doing Harley, it was just like, oh, she's crazy. But then you get to her, and you get into her skin, and you realize that she's just so in love and would do anything for love, and so loyal and devoted, and it's like you certainly have a sympathy for her. I'd say that's probably true. Good question.
When you look at the history of Batgirl, you've got the original TV series, you've got Alicia's performance in film. The rest of it is pretty much in animation and comics. So where do you look when you go, oh boy, I wonder about this part of her or that? Where do you go to kind of fill in the gaps?
Well, for my own journey, it's really been sort of an authentic, organic journey, because when I first moved from Toronto to Los Angeles, it was like a couple of years after I'd been here, I'd been Batgirl. And so I was really like new in LA, working alongside these greats, and I was a little girl. I was 20, but I looked like 14 anyway. And then this natural transition to where she is today, so much in my life has happened too. So it's the same person having gone through all these life experiences. There's a similarity to that between her and I. You know, when you're acting in these moments, you just visualize them in your head. You go through these journeys with them. And when I'm imagining what she's going through and then I'm reading the lines, it's like I'm actually in those moments. I see those moments. I cry in sessions, you'll never see a voice actor just standing like this. You know, they're really like into it emotionally within the parameters of the microphone. And she's just gets to explore so many emotional levels in this one that she never has before, never, or in all the incarnations of that. Definitely the darkest any of them have ever gone.
Do you have a personal favorite episode you shot for the original animated series?
Yes, Girls' Night Out.
Yeah.
I mean, that, I have a cell of Batgirl and Supergirl and the towels on their head. You know, it's just like, I love that. That was, you know, pretty much the beginning of girl power. I think that was like before Powerpuff Girls even. It was just like this really cool couple of chick superheroes hanging out. That was hot.
Have you seen anything of Margot Robbie's portrayal of Harley?
Maybe just in the trailers. I mean, she's so gorgeous. I'm sure she'll do a wonderful job. I loved her in Wolf of Wall Street. And it's funny, all my fans are like, why aren't you playing Harley? And they're so pissed off. And I'm like, better relax. She's going to do great. She's gorgeous. And I think she's a wonderful actress. I think she's going to do a great job.
As you are.
Oh, thank you.
The games went a little bit darker than the cartoon did, and this one really takes it. So what's it been like playing such a darker role, or playing in this much darker subject matter for you?
It's just so cool because it's so real. Like the moments are, you can visualize all the moments in an on-camera film. They're so real, they're so dark, and emotionally very charged. For me, with the video games, there's a lot of dark stuff with Harley, but not Batgirl. So this is the first time I've really done very dark with her. I mean, in the original character description, she's dark, she's serious, and she's no Bubbles Powerpuff Girl. She's got, you know, a lot of stuff going on. So this is just that next level, although it's probably a leap of a few levels.
Backtracking to the Suicide Squad question, do you wish you could perform Harley in Suicide Squad?
I think that'd be so much fun. I do think it'd be really fun if I had like a Stan Lee cameo. Like I was telling Kevin and Bruce it'd be fun if we were like all sitting at a diner and Margot Robbie walks by and we're like, I think that'd be fun.
What's it feel like? I mean, the women superheroes are, because there's a lot of great female fans now, they're really kind of going through almost a renaissance, and really Wonder Woman and Batman versus Superman has sparked a lot of interest. So what's that like, you know, as a woman and one who voices superheroes, that the gals are kind of getting their due?
They are, and it's really exciting, and I feel really honored to represent her and portray this strong woman that also is still a woman and has a lot of vulnerability, which you'll see in the film. And it's nice for girls to have good role models, and obviously Batgirl has always been a really great role model, and I love the surges of strong female characters, and getting the opportunity to play so many is just, I pinch myself all the time. And there's a level of responsibility that comes with that too. And you know, sometimes I'm like, oh, can you do this movie? And it'll be an on-camera thing. You just have to do something sexually explicit or do something like this. I'm like, oh no. Like, you know, my fans are 10-year-old girls. I can't have them downloading any nude anything, you know. And you really want to make sure that you're always sort of representing, like, you know, something that girls would want to be and want to become. And I hear all the time, it's because of you I want to be a voice actor. You know, because of you, I got through my parents' divorce, and watching this helped me through depression, and it's nice. I mean, being able to hear from the fans is really nice.
In all your years voicing the character of Batgirl, when did you first realize or find out that this story existed and this darker future was in store for her?
Well, I knew of Margot from another incarnation that I had worked on, and I knew basically a little bit about the story, but I didn't read the comic before. I didn't know that much about it, to be honest with you, until we started working on it. That was like my first real foray into this crazy dark version of the story.
Last question.
Last question.
When you finally got to see the script or when you read the graphic novel, what was your opinion of it just as a fan of the characters?
Well, my favorite Batman is always the dark version, so I loved it so much because it was so dark and so real. So many great, amazing moments that I'm like, oh my god, the fans are going to flip out. They're really going to lose their minds when they see it. Hopefully, they'll respond in a positive way. I think they will.